You are watching Liberty Online TV. This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
To the first edition of the Liberty Breakfast Show for this week, where they come to you live from Liberty Online Television with a stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We will bring the program come to you this Monday morning. My name is Khadija Bangura.
And Mina Mabel Kaba. Good morning. Well, inside this Monday edition of the Breakfast Show, today we take a look at the report where the government tribunal been pulled this BNTM for Seka, waiting and been fair not, but the Auditor General Lara Taylor-Pearce and in Deputy Tamba Momoh, after we government in beginning assignments for look inside the issue where they been get, where we make government suspend them. Waiting at the recommendations them where they inside this report and waiting at the findings where the committee fair not, where they discuss inside this edition of the Breakfast Show.
Well, this and other story them then are the program for you this morning. If you can remember, after several weeks, almost 2 months, where the tribunal where them be set up for look inside the allegation them we been there on the suspended Auditor General. Then we don't do the sittings, them findings and everything. Then we hand over the report to President's Bureau. But that report, the public not be know waiting the inside there and waiting na some of the recommendation them. This will make the media, civil society organization them been come out and call government say they need for know waiting the inside this report, even the one them where they investigate as of that 10 day they don't know waiting be the inside the report. Well, inside last week through the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, then be make the report public. Also, plenty people get their own opinion about waiting at the findings and the recommendation them. This report, the Deputy Attorney General and Minister of Justice don't go there in Parliament. For a member of Parliament them go look inside and debate them and get the final ruling where now for pull Lara Taylor-Pearce and Tamba Momoh they be refer for administrative decision by the board. If Parliament go agree for remove Lara Taylor-Pearce, you go know the term where Parliament go begin for debate this particular report. But today we na Liberty Online Television where they bring come a social commentator and also a civil society activist for look at what are the findings. If not this during the sittings being come out from their sitting then they and waiting at the recommendation them where they make inside this report if Nadande Lara Taylor-Pearce deserve from all waiting at the investigation them. You said for the watch you this morning, go able for add your voice, your opinion to the program by way how you go send we text message to the number +232 74 545, or you can as well drop your comments now the comment section at any of the platform them where they watch the program this morning. If I first time for watch Liberty Online Television, I want to say a very big welcome to you. This is not the only digital platform where they get credit credible information, but everything where they happen at the country. Don't forget, say as you dey watch, you for share the program, you for also like and also comment. If you not follow we na Facebook it, kindly press the follow button so you go become updated anytime we Liberty Online Television count to various programs. If na YouTube, press the subscription button, put your post notification bell on so that you go know anytime we come online with various program them. We will continue the program, and we will bring the program come to you this morning. Mina Khadija Bangura
and Mabel Kaba. Well, we continue with the broadcast, and before we can look at that report, we tell una say today we can look inside, know the findings and serve the recommendation them where the committee be make. Let me go first to court for get updates as Magistrate Sakekura na Freetong Magistrate Court number 1 don't issue bench warrants for one FBC lecturer for sake 2 count charge them we get for do with domestic violence. For more on this, we got reporter Mariatu Sheriff gonna report.
Magistrate Sakekura na the Freetong Magistrate Court number 1 don't give bench warrants to one Fobe College University lecturer for where police alleged say it be the beat and curse in woman Mrs. Fatmata Bunduka. The accused, Reverend Dr. Amos Kylie Bunduka, they turn up before the court on 2 count charge them we get for do with domestic violence contrary to section 2(1) of the Domestic Violence Act of 2007. According to the particulars of offense on count 1 are that between Sunday, June 28, 2020 to Sunday, 31st December 2023 na Freetong been physically abused Mrs. Fatmata Bunduka, where means say it be the beat am when are in wife and then be they live together as husband and wife. Count 2 states say the accused Reverend Dr. Amos Kylie Bunduka on the same date and place been economically abused in wife, where means say e not been the give money and take care of him. The accused not been appear in a court. CSP Joan Bull and Inspector Mabel Tarawali now then be there in charge of this case na court and be asked the magistrates for give bench warrants for the accused Reverend Dr. Amos Kylie Bunduka. The magistrates be approve the bench warrants and be adjourn this case to September 4 this year. For Liberty Online TV, me na Mariatu Sheriff.
Alright, from courts, we go to Parliament. Usai Friday, August 30th this year, the Deputy Minister of Justice, Wena Alpha Sise, been go lay the tribunal report before Member of Parliament for begin the process for pull the suspended Auditor General, Wena Lara Taylor-Pearce, and in deputy. After where it take but 2 years, where they suspend them, and later then be set up tribunal for look inside some of the allegation them we been they on them we na misconduct and other one them. Al Hassan Kouma gets more and he gonna report.
This BNTM, government been suspended Auditor General Lara Taylor-Pearce and in Deputy Tamba Momoh for where then say he investigate the office of the president. This been make government put them aside and allow the judiciary for investigate Lara and in Deputy Tamba Momoh. June 12 this year, the President, His Excellency Julius Madabio, received investigation reports from the chairperson Justice Yawu Fanda Maturi John of the Tribunal on the Auditor General and in Deputy. This report includes facts, findings, and recommendations from the Tribunal. Since November 21, when they suspended the Auditor General for allegation of misconduct, where Lara strongly denied, as a role of the Auditor General for being independent, free from external influence, applying na the Salon law, Lara Taylor-Pearce also been accused for where they say a leak information. This make the president been set up a tribunal for investigate Lara. Lara been called for transparency and fairness inside the auditing process and highlights the strong oversight mechanism within the audit service salon and insists say in work been done always meet high professional standard. Friday, August 30 this year, the Deputy Minister of Justice don't lay the tribunal report as part of the constitutional process for where the government been remove Lara Taylor-Pearce and in Deputy Tamba Momoh. The tribunal been found out say Lara and in Deputy been include unjustified and unverified audit conclusion inside the final 2020 Auditor General's report, improper third-party external confirmation of the receipt, failure for conduct proper audit exercise on the Freetown City Council for 2020 financial year, conflict of interest and breach of confidentiality according to the report. As the Deputy Minister of Justice, we don't lay the tribunal report, but Parliament not able for debate the report. We make the adjournment to Thursday, 31st October this year. Whether Lara and the deputy get for be reinstated back, not in position, or not go come back for take them position, nothing way they linger to the public. For Liberty Online TV, Al-Hassan Kuma, the report.
All right, welcome back. You still watch the Breakfast on Liberty Online Television, and from that report, say where Al-Hassan Kuruma puts together after we the Deputy Attorney General be don't go lay this report in Parliament, and they wait for the Parliament debate. Welcome back to the studios. As now this report we can look at today inside this edition of the Breakfast Show. And remember, so you say when they watch the program, get the opportunity for make your inputs, send your message and the different comment section there and the platform them. Also, they get Liberty Online TV this morning. And from that report, we come to one of the studio guests, and we don't join at the studio this morning. We are Robert Kagbo, the chairman for National Consortium on Public Accountability. Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on the show.
All right, today this morning, and we're happy to get you too. There this morning, for we can talk about this report, but firstly, before we go into the report, we just don't listen to the package where Al-Hassan Kuruma put together for you. But let me just go back. Turn back the hands of time outside this case here, so begin to outside don't end now. We reports don't come out outside the tribunal don't suggest say let them use the right procedures them for relieve Lara Taylor-Pearce, one of the Auditor General and the Deputy Tamba Momoh off them positions them. We know say Parliament will go for debates then they end. After the debates, then go decide whether or not Lara Taylor-Pearce deserve for be sacked together with in deputy. But let me just go back to the decision of government suspending Lara Taylor-Pearce and in deputy because of the work with them we do. We all know say the constitution make and clear say the Auditor General supposed for doing work independently without involvement of government or any other person where the Auditor General they doing work. This reports where the Auditor General been pulling 2020. Now one we've been spark a lot of debates where been get for do with figures them and forgery and sort of things where come out from State House where we make plenty people being concerned say if the powerhouse they get them kind of issues and the when it comes to accountability, then there is a problem. Then we see a State House being pulled release outside and say the president will suspend Lara Taylor-Pearce and deputy. As a civil society organization working on public accountability, how would I been take this particular news for us?
Okay, thank you very much. Of course, the issue we can discuss the issue of national importance, and the removal of the Auditor General by then, about 2 years back, I think it's a very call for concern for both civil society, the private sector, and other set of groups and pressure groups. And I think it was also a concern for us as a civil society. But apparently, when we look at keenly, you know, the Auditor General issues speak to a number of issues there, the reports. And I think, just like what they say, the institution, an independent institution, where for not being influenced by any authority for carrying their work by the Constitution, especially on the rule of law. Accountability is very key for everybody, from top, from bottom, and across the board. Of course, we may feel say yes, the process where the president be, the decision where the president, office of the president be take for ensuring for set aside the Auditor General and deputy, I think saying that be called for concern. One, of course, we don't say that the president appointed the Auditor General. That's very clear to the Constitution. And even when the Auditor General left in job, he can write back against him to the presidency and no one the job. So at that highest level, of course, we get the board with the supervisor at that level for ensuring that and decide the functions accurately what they're supposed to do. But issues of this nature, what they discuss, you look at the complexity of the whole thing. They were surrounded with the office of the president. And I think the president we look at is an upfront to him. Of course, despite the fact that Now the first person way, first president. We don't get president, we don't go, don't come. But now the first president will subject himself for the auditor. We get president, don't go, don't come. But one day the Auditor General never goes to the auditor office of the president. That is very clear. You can do a background check on it there. So when he come, if he say yes, you want for speak on so issue and the system accountability, say you get for take accountability as part of your work, able to subject himself for lay audit service for the auditing. If you check the record back, you will find out say all the one of them serve as the president, don't go and come. Audit service never audit that stays out. So that's part of the good part of the thing. So if we think at this level, where the Auditor General, based on the 2020 report, there is a number of issues regarding the thing, and taking back to within this report say, I think say the report speaks volume. Of course, then get the responsibility for though not to indicate those audits, they get the deputy, especially on specialized audits, on the forensic audit, and behind the hand of the everybody get taxed because when they did the audit service, they all perform a multi-tax role, where I think say that's very key for them. But when we look at the report, there is a report, don't go down page to page, look at the issues the way it is, and the process where they follow, especially like when they set up the tribunal, they get a hearing. Of course, they get opportunity to everybody, civil society, journalists, for going witness, a number of allegations that way the report say regarding with the work with the then Auditor General and deputy they do, where find out say in terms of misconduct, professional behavior, like what you mentioned, you introduce talk about accused office of president of forgery. We don't look at page by page, and I think see all of these are alleged. Of course, then say let them get the opportunity, let them clear it again. But the fact that in the side of the government we get about 7 people that will serve as a witness. In the side of the respondent, you get 3 people that will serve as a witness to testify based on those allegations of the way the office of the president raised. But although the debate is very spark debate on how the process go, of course, the process, like I said, the process was very transparent for bring eminent people of the judicature where they serve at the panel for ensuring that they give opportunities to all. But even in the office over there, we get what we call confidentiality. Even like way they operate liberty, everybody will sign the code. You know, can't just take information and just take it to public. When I get to the internal dynamic source, there's a chain of command so that operates there. Nobody just gaps it. I can take liberty information and go to Twitter and internet, especially when you get issue there. We will follow some classified information. Yeah. So like the audit reports, of course, the law speaks here when the auditor they carry in function, when they doing work, nobody knows for stop. And the process of when the auditor they doing work, then get false information. Of course, like for Ghana, you know the fine about 500,000 Ghana cedis where they go pay for fining. That's why they are back again. The law tell you say there's also penalty you or you go to media because when the auditor can forget accurate information. Mind you, the Auditor General report, these are expert opinion. What they speak to a number of issues then. Yeah. So meaning in the sense where you say the allegation, you say you can't audit there. Right? And you at the time of the audit, the auditor request also number of documents for put it in place. But during the process, they're going to be availed because of the number of work, the accident of the work, and how things involved. But later, auditor going to come back and this kind of thing. So I think, say, for me, the report, because I speak directly to the report. They find out say there are a lot of challenges in lacunas in terms of the leadership of the audit service because of not to secret and the thing to public, the thing they were accused of, what they say this not do, what they're supposed to do as a professional, and where they're not supposed to not do, and then go in the wrong way. I think say we just wait and see what in Parliament will do regarding that, they let them debate and give opportunity to them.
So Robert, let us take you back to some of the things them way you open your submission with. Firstly, you make mention say President being the first president
we subject himself
for let the audit in office. And that's now one thing where plenty people really support accountability, financial accountability, especially for people where hold public office go out for commend His Excellency the President for. But they don't audit in office, audit that of in welfare office. We see within the audit reports and they talk about missing billions, where be raised a lot of controversy and discussion to the public. All of a sudden, the Auditor General in report come on, talk about double dipping and the president of the president in office, talk about forging of receipts na the president in office. All of a sudden, we see them say, okay, they suspend you first before go under investigation. We make the question will come up from the public and that how transparent and accountable President B.O.B. If now one of the people during the time where they in opposition, they don't call out the previous government not for be accountable, especially in using public funds.
Well, like I say, you don't state me what they state the obvious, yeah. You don't say the president I'm forced to subject itself for say accountable, then tell you. Even when government come, most of them transaction government will do say make them public, say government don't give so money, government don't give so expenditure, government don't make so much. For instance, let the people are aware of how government is spending money. So wait till they say, because strictly at the discussion it limits to the report. For instance, according to the allegations where the report and findings, you know, when you do performance audits, there are a lot of indicators that we look at for. One, we get for introduced to management letter, we get for right to whether why they can for audit liberty, this and this I look for. You understand? You know, they just gaps among audits. You write a management letter, you get a management opinion regarding the number of issues we look at it. In the case of the office of the president, what the auditor say, you get third party, which of course the sector of the president, where purely internally they control the expenditure of the president, I get for the important thing and do. So in the situation where you write for go report, say for kind of audit, you don't get a feedback from the third party. You go ahead and do a public without making reference to the third party. I think it's a breach of professional something, like professional something, a breach of terms of reference, because you know to just say I want to go audit, you don't speak to a number of issues, they don't write letter. Why not wait for letting the third party respond to the internet? Because auditor, not that you can say this money loss or maybe later, maybe at the time documentation already in place, we can say money, which money is billion. I mean they only to account for check. Documents are available at the time. But if you provide the documents available, and like for in case of the office of the president, that they make point of the areas there, where they need to make, we make these issues there in terms of the overseas travel, the hotels there. And mind you, their hotel they know this issue. They also provide a letter to the effect say AXYZ, they make this transaction to this account. So by the time maybe the auditor go, they don't send anything and they you go ahead and do something and they I think say it really they call for concern, yeah.
On a public accountability consortium. So are you saying that be a wrong move for Lara Taylor-Pearce and in team for cross-check the information them where them being get where them be they audit the office of the president from a third party?
Yes, of course, then I breach of that day because you have to confirm first. You know, we just go ahead and do but even maybe I get a private sector why I get audit firm where they can for always audit every year they audit the private company. They write to me first as the head for management for giving me opinion regarding it and you know they could just go right without making reference to me and I agree to the thing that we say this and this will be correct and this one we put in place. So in the situation we're not denying the fact is like when they talk about accountability issues now in right for go about to do the thing. Of course the deputy now in discharge function they for carry performance audit at that level. Looking at the complexity of their work, they get certain people we assigned for carrying this function. Yeah. So apparently the biggest side what they say, even when they go to that local level, the other MDs institutions, then you find out say when they go audit. If I have to speak now, audit they go on now. The various government agencies now have to speak now for 2003 audit. You know they just go. You have to ask the Director General or the ED who did it. You know they go publish that make it because one way they make them, they say at the time when I come for interview, now this and this and this and this and this they because you have a quota. You have to make reference to the sector of the president at the time. But you don't allow the sector of the president for make comments on those things. You go ahead and do that. I think see some amounts of breach take place on that area. So
what do you go say about the decision of the Office of the President for suspending?
Well, I think saying that the highest body that day, because of course, the board supposed to do that day to suspend, because the board will provide an oversight on the functionality. But I think say the president look at twofold, because if I say maybe now upfront to the president, why is making reference to other institutions where you supposed for audit, which of course the Freetown City Council, where you get about 49 projects for carry, and when you look at the allegation, the number 7 witness speak to a number of issues then why the president did say, oh, maybe this now we ought or you want to go against the president, because when it comes to like for instance City Council for audit, then go for engage the mayor for provide adequate supporting document. Of course, they may not be provided sufficient document at the time of the audit, and when they go and get conversation around, there's an alleged say the Deputy Auditor General, where they make reference to for say, well, we'll not go audit the mayor audits. That's well, you need for engaging boss. So the situation is for engaging boss. You have to get back to the man Safa who's supposed to carry the audit. They say within the office of the mayor office credible about the when it comes to the office of the president, he said the office of the president not credible. So look at the issue of conflicting issue that would take place. I think say it sparked a lot of debate on in terms of trust, because if you council when a government give them money, about 49 projects for the audit, they don't carry, they don't audit them. So that speaks to issues there. So if all of these things around, say, some level of dishonesty take place in a lot of things, yeah, because if we challenge the debate, let the Auditor General at the time, the 2022 report, the 2020 audit report, then they come out who's the audit City Council on that 49 project. Because if they monitor all the local council them, that 49 projects when I donor money and also government donor fund at the time, in other part of the audit report. So waiting missing.
All right. Continue for the week at the program. In case you just tune in, you watch the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online Television, with the stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also now we website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. If now first time for watch Liberty Online TV, don't forget for share and also subscribe to both the YouTube and the Facebook channel. We tell us say we get 2 studio guests in this morning. Now they can look at the tribunal report where they be hand over to His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Madabio. But this report, so they be handed over, they don't make it to public, we make the media and civil society them come out strong and call on government, see the need for make this report public. Well, last week through the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, this report they now in the public domain. For let everybody go see waiting to be the findings them and the recommendation them. On Friday, the Deputy Minister of Justice, Alpha Sisi, then go table in a parliament for let MP then go start for looking Siam and begin the process as the AG office recommend for remove Lara Taylor-Pearce, where they under suspension for over 2 years as Auditor General. You don't listen to Robert Carbo, when the chairman for the National Consortium on Accountability. We'll get another studio guest with in the studio, where na a lecturer and a social analyst, a name na Dr. Victor Moinina. Good morning, Doc, and welcome again to the Liberty Breakfast Show.
Good morning, Madam Khadija and Madam Mabel. Good morning, Sierra.
All right. As we don't tell we viewers them this morning, they can look at the reports where the tribunal been hand over to His Excellency the President over a month now, but the public not been know it waiting the inside day. And finally last week we all don't see the report as media and civil society don't put pressure. Government will release this report. Firstly, as somebody where they comment on social issues them, let me look back into how President Bio been suspend the Auditor General. A lot of people the way na activists them on accountability and transparency been call out that decision this day and not being right unconstitutional. From my own perspective, the process where the president be used for suspend the Auditor General, he put him before a tribunal, the investigator over 2 years, and now finally the reports don't come on. What do you make up of this?
Well, first of all, I always say for issues like this, we can always let for set a bad precedents in this country. Most of the decisions that we will take, we get for favor with political interest if we don't. The removal of, first of all, let's start with the suspension of the Auditor General. Why you suspend them? Where do you feel say that the issues there? Of course, we get a committee. We're supposed to do that process. We're supposed to do a hearing. Supposed to know how the process will go. But you guys state forward that you have been suspended. And look at the length of the suspension. 2 years. 2 years is a very long time for somebody just putting life in coach. Where you know they're not for doing it, just you don't know what you wait for the decision and stuff like that. So the precedent we then said, so for me it's a bad one, because if other future governments have come and they want to do the same thing, then we will then can take them to but so the last government we do and we say one for one. Now I've been listening to waiting my colleague say a few minutes ago. Everybody is not perfect. We can't do delivery of jobs. We all get interest, we all get things that we can do. But sometimes, you know, they put your own personal interest or your political interest above national interest. And I think that we get a few laps in the way that, yes, the findings of the Auditor General are supposed to be very unbiased. If the institution, the audits are very well. Even we really handle companies then. You know, then say then they can audit your organization. The accountants, like you always do at loggerheads, then it's like for one for the documents and for make sure say everything balanced. But they talk about, let's say City Council, like how many public they talk. The projects of City Council, how best we forget the information they are so out to the public. And mind you, I will always note that this is a very interesting time for Sierra Leone. We get the City Council handled by the APC, we get the executive handled by the SLPP. If not to be the fracas who they play for the former speaker as Speaker of Parliament, we will likely get the Speaker of the House of Parliament as APC. So it will not be a very interesting time for us to see how best these two parties can merge. For national interest, for us to see how best we can move forward. But that did not happen. So the same thing happened in this way, because I would say I still stand for see waiting will be the next step. Who that will be the next Auditor General will ever appoint? Is it somebody within the party? Is it somebody who knows gets a national interest, a national credibility way? Sometimes I can question if we really get a nationalistic person at this point.
So you believe say the process of removing Lara Taylor-Pearce done already? Okay, unconstitutional, but at this point, because they don't table now the tribunal reports in Parliament for start the process for a removal, but it is a process. Parliament get for debate and then get for look at the findings and the recommendation and where and say if it fits for remove Lara as auditor. The kind Parliament will get now, you believe say magic go play?
Well, me, I always say the magic. Let's wait for their decision. But of course, we all know it will be the final decision.
Waiting will be the final decision.
Definitely, it should be removed. Just wait and see. It's just a matter of time.
We see say inside this 54 pages report,
yes,
4 recommendations and they where actually the tribunal been put together after where they don't get them findings them. Where of course, obviously then talk say the precedents for remove both Lara and in deputy through Parliament, when are then we wait for now. And also the second recommendation where they make now that particular recommendation where they made and say the second correspondent self when at Tamba Momoh in self for commot. But they make again the third one where they talk say by section 78 of the Anti-Corruption Commission Act of 2008 as amended, they recommend that the Anti-Corruption Commission for investigate the conduct of both Lara Taylor-Pearce and a deputy, but the way how them be do that audit na State House and that of the Freetown City Council. According to the other studio guests weighing get, in belief say something fishy be play with the way how them be conduct a particular audit say, where they not too delve into the Freetown City Council, but expose certain things them where they happen at State House. What do you think about all of this? Taking into consideration a whole committee back, don't say apart from the sack them for sack them, the SEC for investigate back that particular matter there.
Well, when you do governance, you get what we call procedures. And inside the procedures, there are some, you can get some of them we can go according to the books. So if you go according to the books, waiting that statement or that sentence they make, then for do retributive justice. Like then for go through the whole process for see if there's something fishy or not. Now, let's come to reality. Let's look at it happen in the country. I wouldn't be surprised or come to the realization that a statement of such will be the Auditor General report on the City Council was biased, or the Auditor General report on State House was this and that. Because, let me tell you something, the person we appoint you, they always get that edge over you. There is nothing you could do for actually pull or expose certain things in the government. Lara's appointment was not by His Excellency, it was by the previous government. So I always look at why is it that sometimes we not allow the people that actually get free will for doing their job, but rather we try to push them and coerce them for let them do what you want. Because I don't observe through the whole process. I read the document thoroughly, and I don't see a point whereby they actually make a commendation, say probably she was indifferent in A, B, or C. Most times when they talk, say, okay, removal on this on what grounds? You they say the person not competent. Do you have another competent person to put there? Because the competence of people, we not for just determined by one act. Even we as individuals, we can do a lot of jobs and we're very good. The day we do one great job, we're bad. Then we'll look at you, this person has to not do well. So I think say the process of itself, that particular statement for me, it's just a textbook statement. This is something we get actually read dividend for the people.
Dr. Moinina, earlier you don't say the suspension of Lara unconstitutional and also removing her from her office as Auditor General now a bad precedent President Bio they set up. Looking at President Bio, the tending way it be the opposition, where the former president Koroma be removed in vice president's office, where legal people, them legal experts, them, and also civil society and the media very well come out and call as a unconstitutional. President Joe Biden as opposition leader. Now some of the things then the way he take for criticize President Koroma and also during a campaign and some of the things then the way he speak on. For somebody who don't call out unconstitutional acts them, they now come in governance and do the same unconstitutional acts them. This they bring the question say, how honest was President Biden and then they for talk about unconstitutionality?
You know, I know I'm delve into issues that we President Biden condemned before we don't do now. If we say one done this one our breakfast program where we follow outline all of them. It's so much. Now, I can always say this. When a politician campaign to you, he will tell you what you want for you. He will tell you what he feels in the people in the top. Because at that time, he's listening to the voice of the masses. When you get into power, you do what you want. And I am that we can get the problem, we don't know what's not the demarcation of who side will for stop and who side will for continue. I remember at one time I listened to President Obama, that's in the beginning office. He said a manifesto statement or a manifesto declaration by somebody, not so something where you go all accountable for governance, because the process of governance goes beyond manifesto statement. And this is something I don't see, not just in Sierra Leone, all over the world. Sometimes they'll promise you heaven on earth, but when they come to office, they will do what they want. So the question now lies here. Aside this issue we will look at, what about the other issues that we have in the country where the president actually doesn't turn a blind eye on? Like I say, if I say I want outline, we know we even get time for going to all of them. This is one of the way I would say that the president needs to step up and do it. But again, sometimes I can ask you, who are the advice the president? Because most of these things, it's not about his decision only. He listens to his advisors. Oh, I wish we do so, and that's now the best thing for the country. Just go ahead and do it and sign. Now, in don't sign. But we'll now come back to the repercussions that we will blame the repercussions. So, I would say, if he does the one because he wants into office, now he's in office, so he does what he wants. And sometimes we not even get away for asking questions. Look at the town hall, the last way we discussed my answer. That town hall was supposed to be an opportunity for the citizens to address burning issues to them. What do? They use freestyle for down countries with a president to hire for police. So sometimes leadership is not just about what you write on paper, it's about what you do. And I don't think you don't set a lot of examples that will present.
And as it is now, the ball lies in Parliament for letting decide whether or not the Auditor General go get for come out. So plenty of people get the perception, say, of course, we know say once the in Parliament, nothing surprising not get for commodity. People already don't believe, say, it go get for finally pull them. But because now they get the decision for make, if they end up as a house representing people for pull the Auditor General, we they talk about public accountability, funds and we supposed for come down to the poor people implement projects we go help them. What in this go mean if Parliament pull Lara Taylor-Pearce and a deputy at the end of the day?
Well, that really show the kind of Parliament we get. That sometimes it is not representative. It is just like an opportunity for them to go back stand putting the executive receipt. But if they do contrary to that, then I will give them a recommendation that they don't actually work in the interest of people. But like you say in your introduction, no wait for get the decision. We cannot preempt their action. Or wait and see. Probably they might surprise us. You never can tell. Now, salon is anything can happen.
When you talk to people, or maybe they follow the tribunal, the investigation, the sittings, and looking at what they put inside the report as findings and recommendation, a lot of people surprised say the reports don't speak to the real activity them during the intended. We witness them, they testify, and Lara himself, but they go through this whole investigation. Now it can lose in job. One of the things they have for professional misconduct. Then they compare how it audits the office of the president and that of the Freetown City Council. Then comparison, you think say it really
Not
worth.
even audit herself. They not even carry the audit. They not even carry the audit. They not even go ahead for audit City Council.
Now,
No order for tonight project on it.
Robert, please hold on. Now, a genuine concern we get for do with national interest or na personal interest we get for do with party line. We all know that the head Freetown City Council say na member of the opposition and the State House na the ruling lady.
Well, where something will happen to somebody in a salon, it's that they put on paper. Sometimes it will amaze you. There is a friend of mine, a very popular journalist, who lost his job at one time. So on the thing that they write, say, make them sack her. Instead of something, they surprised. He said, I never remember to do something like this. But then that tells you how far we can go for discredit people. This is somebody's life we're talking about here. There's life after Auditor General. What goes on for that woman is a big question that we get to ask. If you sack somebody for professional misconduct, if you want to get another job, maybe an international job, that would be a very big blow against her. So when we can write some of these statements, we need to kick back and see how best we can do. In other institutions, in other countries, waiting and can always, when they write you letter, they will just talk to there was an issue, or there was an error, or there is something that was wrong. So they will use a technical term. But you saying somebody was being unprofessional, you don't know what to get for the next step. So I think that was a big blow, and that's something we need for others.
Quickly before Council Robert now believes say Lara been behave unprofessionally. So
Based on the report, the findings.
based on the findings, in believes say he been behave unprofessionally, failing for audit Freetown City Council.
Yeah. For me, I differ from that, because that was just one. Me, I look at other precedents we don't do before. I remember even with the president with the came power, they talk about something on the wastage. We see government will waste resources on so many other things that will not be justified. Now some of them recommendations in I for campaign in 2018, we make it come into power. So like I said, if somebody don't do 99 good job, just one good one, you want to say she was unprofessional, then I think so we get for very big question, would I really as a professional for letting her do something? I believe say she deserved a second chance, and there was something that should be done appropriately before you can. I'm not saying this because maybe I said I personally, no, I'm saying this because I believe every human being deserves a right to get a second chance for doing a better job.
With that particular instance where the tribunal make attempts for address, bringing the Freetown City Council issue into this particular issue, as a nation, are we really serious fighting corruption and also making accountability very visible? Because if you take into consideration, similar thing may happen when them be say for investigate this same audit report being come out, we get for do with the office of the First Lady. We see the Anti-Corruption Commission being go back, go look at waiting other First Lady then be done they do. Then kind instance here where they happen, it shows say the country is serious for fight corruption and also promoting public accountability. Where anytime where you make attempts for investigate or probe into issues we get for do it, for example the presidency on or in wife, then go take you back to other issue instead of focusing on waiting they don't fail not.
I think we need to make another program for this discussion also because it's lengthy. I published a paper on the fight on corruption, not so just within Africa. Just Saturday, I began a Google Meet on this, where we talk about governance and transparency, and then how best we feel we go for region for peace and security. When we talk about, like I say in the introduction, most the people that will put you in power, you somehow accountable to them, like 85 or 86%. So you will always do something for protect them because you don't have a job. First thing. Second thing, you will always want to let it look good because you want to get more donor support, more donor fundings and stuff like that. So I am yet to see something where the ACC don't do when I have something of national interest. All the money they don't recover. Which side of money they have to go? You get extra spending so we don't come in. Like I say at one point in time in our other station, that for the first time in the history of Sierra Leone, we receive the deputy ambassadors, we receive the institutions that will overlap. I don't even know what's not some of the rules of some of these institutions that have been created. Is it because we want to give our party supporters job, or is it because we feel it's something that should be done in the country? So ACC gets a whole lot of work for you. Like I say, another program on for set up for look at the ACC level, because this one I don't think we'll be able to digest everything about that.
All right, let's come back to Robert. You co-panelist this morning at the program and get different views to that of yours. You believe, say, Lara, according to the tribunal report, behave unprofessionally, and the professional misconduct, nothing way it do because it failed for audit Freetown City Council, and now the report there before Parliament. If you don't agree, say it behave unprofessionally, you also agree, say Parliament for removal.
Well, no, what I say, Parliament, like I doctor say, everybody gets a second chance in life. We all get it for us. And me just look at from the humanitarian perspective, say the president for as much as a Christian, for ensure say they get a human face. Of course, we know Sinama they know all these other issues then government. Of course, she's a professional. You know go say anything about that. Everybody can get picked for the lines. You don't need to go just why they think it will mess you up into one day. I think going forward, I think see the president of Parliament will reconsider, because like I said, my mama, my sister, and her family I can take care of. You know, can just say pull up the job. Every office itself, you lead to organization they want. You must just start teaching every staff when you do, we're not correct. Therefore, they agree and want a letter. And she said, let's see if not improve on internet day. You can make a final addition for say last sacrifice. So now the situation of my lawyers. Lawyers, if they for really needful. For just say you look at I for go back and verify third party, which of course helps the president. For verify most of those claims and allegations that we make again with the citizen, of which you fail. And go ahead and do the publications. And also fail, also you can only test in part we say that read something I what's in the TC because it's not amazing anyway. One section of the report it said that the Auditor General refused to sign the letter and instead instructed Mr. Safar to consider other areas. That based on the information from Mr. Safar, that Mr. Tamba Momoh was informed and he responded that the mayor is credible and full of integrity. And that he further inquired from Mr. Momoh whether the project should not be audited since the mayor was credible, and Mr. Momoh told him that he will discuss with the Auditor General and get it back to him, which he never did. That after a week, he inquired whether the Transform Freetown project should not be part of the audit, and his inquiry will be left unaddressed and unanswered. The project was never audited and the scope of the work was limited when the first respondent refused to sign the request to contact other party at the Auditor General. Now when you come to the office of the President, the witness stated that at the juncture, it is interesting to note that Mr. Tamba Momoh, when faced with similar situations supervising the audit of the office of the Secretary to the President, did not find the office credible and full of integrity. You see the old things where involve all of this thing. So going forward, like what you see, error will not take place based on the report. Because like I say, the report speaks to a number of issues and you can know the limits of scope. Yeah. Of course, like what you see, the President removed Lara, of course, use the right channel for Duam. They're supposed to revert to the board, where the board is supervisor, and of course, the error will not take place on that side of the President. But I think these are a call for concern for what Lara do. I think going forward, you don't do a mistake, like according to the report. So we just let the President get a human face and get back to a job. That's the end. Because mama, now sister, you get family for take care of them till the day. They don't do good work over the years. Don't like I still emphasize say President Bill is the only president who don't subject himself to audit. The then government don't come, don't go, this don't go, they don't ever audit State House. How you spend money, how you withdraw cash or this, that, in president, they don't ever income, and subject. So but if the thing not come the other way around, I think we just gotta get the conversation around them day and see what the way forward for. So say the thing the way the auditor they will do. I tell you for correct most of the time. If you do audits, let me genuine, not like anything you have account malice or you go against somebody. So I think one of those mistakes they don't take it.
You think the Tribunal really do justice to the issue at hand, even though perhaps they fail not say errors in the way happen during the process of the Auditor General in work, but the thing them where the Auditor General in reports fail not. They really do justice to the issues and they in terms of addressing waiting and fair not.
Well, they provide information for those things they do that would they make allegation against the President. Even in a situation where one of the hotel even writes in respect of those questions they make, say yes, then pay that money on their account. This and they receive them. But now they say, he go ahead and do this thing without making reference to the third party. These are the bone of contention. Not like that. It's the way you don't come audit me now. You have to go ahead and not come back to me at the end of the institution for clarify some of the things that we want. You just go ahead and do publication, making reference to the Secretary of the President. So these are the bone of contention, yeah. And on the hotel level, they provide those letters and receipts where they say error and they tell you. And also the President, they carry receipts. Also the President they go for receipts. And they get the scope, the chief of protocol, and the Secretary of the President when I the account, then say they.
But the area of publishing the Auditor General report, you self go agree with me say I beg your pardon, you self go agree say that you will get timeline.
Yeah, of course.
And most time the previous reports the way the auditor can produce, most institutions can only provide certain receipts in parliaments during the term where the Public Account Committee can sit for look at the Auditor General in report. So if Lara publish in reports without going back to the third party for clarify some certain documents, then you think say then they in line with the allegation of leaking classified document to the public?
Yes, we look at from that perspective. Just the policy, not only even over the President, even other institutions, MDs already audit. Then one of the third party ask the Director General that this and this and this. You know, just go ahead and do publication and You get management letter. These are systemic audits we do. Not just cancel audit and tell you. Making reference to that day, I think it was I been the right thing we're supposed to do, but not do and wait. Of course, they get timeline. Don't others say the Auditor General report. These are expert opinion. Not mean say when they come for all the Liberty TV, we don't eat all the money now. No, at the time of the audit, we already provide the document at the time. But when I get there, we're going to keep saying at the document, this the editor come back and make correction in the next audit, so that when you audit to the 2023, then they capture and they again. That's what the system operates. That's why you always operate. So you don't make sure you don't call the errors that we don't take place under, because you don't provide evidence of what you do. But the time we do that, those information will be available, the document are available, they're not providing at the time on the same day. So when they come back, they provide it. I think going forward, the next audit, you don't issue and they don't clear anything from the audit.
Now we look at the area of setting precedents where Dr. Moinina be mentioned earlier, say this is a bad precedent President Biode set, and una the civil society space, una go for come back, maybe other governments come try for do the same thing because President Biode don't set this precedent. Women say una will get a lot of work them for do that 10 and day for the call them government and they back say this one they do so now they promote accountability na the country. You think say removing or even suspending Lara Taylor-Pearce for over 2 years if they go under investigations. Now a very good precedent the president don't set.
Well, to some extent not a very good precedent, like I not to say. Yeah, we got for posterity because we there for speak on behalf of the people. We all are very critical in terms of national issues. And I think say everybody get beat first. The then government back make their errors. Then back make some errors. And I think say for remove the Auditor General really not be timely. They're supposed to know X, Y, Z in terms of queries, in terms of this. Of course, although that's the president appointed at the highest level, you got a board or the supervisor. I think so the president is supposed to go back to the board for not doing the needful. And that's supposed to be done. If you even know how to take center stage, the board can take over. Don't let way in the corporate governance landscape. In other institutions, the board provides at the highest level, whether they supervise the DG or the general manager or anything, both issues of the internal operation of the organization. So of that nature, you get the council where we look at. Like for instance, if you go to Ghana, you see, which of course we own, it differs small. They say there shall be an Auditor General who shall be appointed by the President, acting in the consultation with the Council of States. So like they say, you quite differ from actually. So in consultation, the President is where they can audit, where they appoint the Auditor General, and the President is there for the report, they consult the Council of States. Why is that now? And the President, like, without any consultation, if you guys appoint to the Auditor General. And the person like what they see, now independent institution there. So it's find it extremely difficult for say la pula. So you get forget to do post there for both. Not like they get the power. The Auditor General get the power like justice of Supreme Court of Judicature. You know, just say you can for Campo or like that, and make it for go to Parliament, and Parliament then will get competition around based on the allegation of them and gives free opportunity. Though yes, one of the things where I think say we Lara supposed to and Tamba Momoh supposed to do, because they get the opportunity for come and they come, but they're not going the lawyer themselves for doing anything. The public will have for civil levels and then back with the old mic and talk based on all this allegation they make against them. Maybe when the lawyer speak, go talk. Maybe you know people are more.
But maybe they sit on the tribunal, then get represented.
Now I'm not saying represent them as an individual for one day. We let them talk because I do the work not to say anything that I go do for you. Then I put it whether they feel a bit that they be supposed for dinner after every day and speak to a number of issues allegations against them. I think say that for us set a very good than you allow somebody to go speak on behalf of you. I think I don't have the error don't even take place first. Although they get right for the lawyer speak for you, but I do the work. All this something I professional sometimes, not a lawyer they go defend on blah blah blah. But you get the whole because you have a background and a professional TV don't do for over decades. So I think say them be supposed for them. Then there's a missing link and then we don't supposed for don't come out that a particular hearing session do. Let them speak to the issues then, let the public know whether they have the right thing they do, whether if they follow your due process, and whether why Lara ignore for all these physical city council room or all them if we don't explain to the people them. Because we speak, we still, although as the report don't come, we also the ensure say let them back come out again and make a defense and make it to the public say based on this the tribunal report don't come say what are I even take regarding this thing. Step back come to the public. That back supposed to come to the public and say these are put against you. Mind you, in the report, you get 7 people that we represent. And these are people who audit service here. Not just outside of the witness, the state witness. These are people that are working at audit service here. Now they can't testify against them. Well, they can outside of liberty and I can't go to testify. No, these are staff within the audit service here alone. And also then get 3 people there who go testify, who serve as a witness for them.
With all the thing them where they don't go through, taking into consideration suspending somebody for over 2 years, you they do investigation on this particular issue. They at the end of the day, not just recommending that they remove them from the job, but also they get a whole case with the Anti-Corruption Commission again. Looking at the whole thing where happen, you think say the crime where they commit commensurate to all the kind of recommendation where this tribunal has so put together, not just sacking them, but also you hang other case where they go Anti-Corruption Commission for.
Well, in situation anti-corruption, then you look at misuse of office. The bottom line, misuse of office. And this is a go for investigator. Not say they go to go. Because when you misuse your office, this is a right to go investigate you. Yeah. For instance, you go employ people there, we know because of regulation of this, they put it there, they say they can't believe because you misuse the office. So in the situation of ACC, ACC the investigator based on the allegation say he misused the office.
So you think say a commensurate after
say,
them being on suspension, then go for end up sack them, obviously, where we know say Parliament perhaps doesn't shock the whole nation.
Well,
but they get question back for answer.
No, we don't have space for the second. The only what they say, a really need for come out then or 2 need for come out to make it clear to the public. Based on the allegation that they make against them, and the team they define is them, the testament that the people that testify against them. This because of the staff that within the agency, the audit service, and they come involved, make them testify against them.
But if then come out and talk, whose difference it go make to the whole case?
Well, it will make some amount of significant difference. Some amount of significant difference will make. Yeah, you also some amount of significant difference will take place.
Alright, Robert, continue for the week at the program. You watch the Liberty Breakfast Show where they come to you live from Liberty Online Television with the stream live na Facebook, YouTube, and also now we websites where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. If you watch the program this morning, now for send we your message on +232 74 200 545. Or you can as well send where you comment your thoughts about the conversation what they get in the studio this morning. Send them through the comment section at any of the platform them where they watch we. The program at the Liberty Breakfast Show and they come to you live from Liberty Online Television. In case you not follow we page it, kindly go at the page and press the follow button and also share the program so that more people will join the conversation this morning and continue for the part of the Liberty Online Television family, as this is the only digital platform where we will forget credible information but different things them where they happen at the country. We also the stream live na YouTube, and if you know subscribe to the YouTube channel yet, kindly press the subscription button and we go continue for the bring you different programs them what they do na Liberty Online Television. We continue the program, we look at another issue now, and now we go na market for go know how the prices of things them they now na market, as that na one major concern where people on the raise say the price for thing them for it, especially the one they wouldn't they produce locally, where means say thing they wouldn't they grow na so they go up every day. This be make Liberty Online Television be go work on Akuto Road Market and talk to the market woman them where they do pepper business, and then talk more to David Yankesi inside this particular report. Now listen to what in the market woman then get for say.
Liberty Online TV. Today we can work on the Kuto Road Market for can see the views of people where they sell, especially market woman where they sell pepper, because if all you remember say during the second term of His Excellency the President, we say field salon are one of the priority area. Of course, we get 5 big change away. Field salon are one of the priority area. Well, because of that, a lot of people they don't get concerned say thing they will go na salon, especially with local products, then we can go in a salon. They're expensive. So like a lot of people don't get concerned. Well, on that basis, they make Liberty Online TV Kawaka at the markets for like we can, see the views of people. They then tell you what are some of the challenges there and some of the price and where they get these locally made products there at the country. Make we don't start this very first series where we especially we can talk about pepper today.
Like they first started and sell 17,000 for cup. So like when we buy 17, we can sell 18,000 for the cup.
Right. So now by cup you can buy or by bag you buy?
Me na buy cup and they buy.
Okay. So the one that we can buy to you, what are some of the challenges there where they can give you or you can get alongside?
Now they don't say go more for the pepper and day one, they say pepper don't go up. I mean, I want me back in bar. What about 17? I can sell 18,000, just 1,000 profit no more. Only no man no go lost customer. Not for apple, for the food part. Like pepper is not supposed for the because I have with the planter. So let the apple for the food part.
The pepper okay buy 13,000, 12,000 for cup.
Okay, so how much you can sell?
We can sell 15,000 for cup.
Okay. And as much as you can buy that way, and you know say. Pepper is one of the products they will go in a salon. What are some of the challenges that we get so you sell pepper?
Working on buy 12,000, 13,000 for cup. Or they can put out 15. People are saying there because they pay transport from town for Canada. They buy plastic, we pay keeper. So now no more for seller. We want to make pepper government help for the pepper business. Okay. Because the pepper run there too much. Because the bag because the bag will be the buy. Okay. Because the bag 3 million some 100. So I make now a cup with the buy.
The pepper? Yeah. That's the pepper don't go 4 million for bag.
So what are some of the challenges that we can get where people can come back to you?
They find it difficult. Because when you get cosmetics, when you come, where you not be done meet, so you can meet, they find it difficult for buy. Pass you go for encourage them, they talk, and we say for you go buy back with a strain. With a strain for buy. Because if you go 2 million, go meet 4 million. And then they trust me. So they find it difficult to get the condition of the country heavy. Don't tell they talk for the government do. They talk for the city. We know they talk nothing, we know they again nothing, the thing they go on normal. So that's to Almighty God.
Right. Thank you very much for talking.
That's to God. Now God and they control we guys now because me know they see do not see thing. So the worst every day with the grumble, no they see nothing. So waiting at the benefit. Pass Almighty God no one now they interfere for me.
This now some of the concern the way people really sell at the court or the market door is as they call on government and all other authorities them with concern for like especially locally food products that they go in a salon calm down because a lot of people don't raise concern with regards to this. This is Liberty Online Television. Continue for following for all credible, factual and balanced news. And me and David Yankee say the reports.
All right, welcome back. You still watch Breakfast on Liberty Online Television, and from Kuton Road, Usai David Yankee go get the views of Maketuma and the way they sell, especially pepper. Members will go for the Brinkaneka and series here to you for the know waiting they happen, especially for the daily bread and butter issues them where people they go through on a daily basis. You still watch Liberty Breakfast Show na Liberty Online TV, and today na the program we look at the Tribunal reports where we don't come out for Seka, the Auditor General Lara Taylor-Pearce and in Deputy Tamba Momoh, where this particular report they show say Parliament for go through the procedure them they vote and agree whether they want for pull Lara Taylor-Pearce or not, and also they make other recommendations them where they say need for be looked into. Well, we continue with the program. We still get guests them. We get at the studio this morning Dr. Victor Moinina, we analyst, social analyst. They don't comment on issues that we get for do with public interest, and also we get Robert Carbon at the studio, chairman for the National Consortium for Public Accountability. I come over to you again, Dr. Moinina. Now, Parliament, we all know say they on recess, and then go come back in October. Around October 30, Parliament will go for calm, also then will go for good debates and agree whether or not they go for pull Lara Taylor-Pearce and in deputy. But in terms of conversations around this issue, we know say we not go directly influence what in Parliament go decide for do. But if you should talk to the members of Parliament then regarding this particular issue, what you go advise when then everybody look up to now for make a decision on this?
Well, the message is very short and simple. We don't they expect or see a very constructive parliament where we get something to do with the interests of the people. So please, parliamentarians, in as much as we know say the decision actually do it tonight, but on ourselves do something for the, this is somebody's credibility we're talking about. This is somebody's life we talk about. So we get from you waiting there for candidates for them. Then before I even done this statement, there is a question I will ask. So for 2 years or 2 years plus, the Auditor General was not in office. How would you get auditing vote?
There is somebody acting in the capacity.
So it's automatically going for BC. That person will be our next Auditor General. Because we know say Salon will not just do something like magic. Who side will get the appointment of that person will act as Auditor General? What's now the steps that we'll take for appointing the person? So it's like we actually don't make a decision before we even go to the final. This was now just wait till we can call if na theater and they do address the answer. So we just do the final number for the candidate.
So, Doc, if Parliament eventually pull Lara Taylor-Pearce as recommended na the reports and save the correspondence from the office of the president will go to the AG, we say let it do according to for start the process for removal. If this actually happen, also it go left we as a country in terms of public accountability, especially na high office like the office of the president when using public funds.
It go left we still there. Now that no me listen because we always pride ourselves as Salon is score high in terms of index of transparency, accountability, because of this report, because of that report, because of within USAID say, because of within donor funds or donor partners and say. But then within ourselves, we know that this not something we get for the surprise. Now, me not even look at the process again. Me they look at the individual. How will she continue? Because just like what we inspect, some of the statements that we make, even if she's fired today, maybe another institution will take her up as auditor for maybe a project or maybe something. Then you look at, say way the employee, we can always do due diligence on the way to make you left from an office or something. Then something like that, say professional misconduct comes in. Don't you think that we're going to take a harsh decision? We're kind of irrational against somebody of such matter. So we need for like how they don't say this now. Tamba Momoh justice. Let's see how best we can do it professionally and no help. For then self-constructing life after. Like I said, there is life after public office. What happens next? I don't know. Even if you get an independent auditing firm, because of the removal, that will force her maybe to even step down. And then
you think say at this stage a fine for let all to come out and explain the impact to the public waiting exactly been happen despite all waiting they don't go through and the reports and recommendations them we don't come out?
If even then come out, so let them go convince. Because the decision is not left with us people, it's left with our representatives in Parliament. I believe say Parliament forgets maybe a separate hearing for them before they take their final decision. Let them hear from them because these are the decision makers. You come out now, you talk, I can even come on without evaluation at all. What if no member of Parliament decides to, or what if they say, no matter what you talk on television, we need to listen to you. So I think say the only way we then will get something for clear, they need for who and Parliament. Maybe Parliament need to get a separate hearing from them before they make the decision. That would be the best practice for us.
Oh, I'll bring you in, Robert. Ask the same question I asked Dr. Moina earlier. Say, if eventually Parliament pull Lara Taylor-Pearce and the board, where they refer Tamba Momoh for administrative action, then two people also come out and left audit service in terms of accountability, especially when using public funds. Also, I go left the country. Doc, don't give me your own view. We get a contrary view to that?
Well, I get a contrary view because apparently with or without Lara Momoh, still audits auditable as we speak. 2023 auditable now. All government agencies as we speak. Just quite recently, we saw them table the 2022 audit report at Parliament. You see the whole now way the deputy speaker they provide money that they're supposed for pay as well as NI tax and GST. Though you cover most of them over 40 billion NI the account and revenue we don't collect. Even from people that when our private business that we don't go for pay, then we told in tax and then but I think so we are making progress. Like I said, without, but look at the see, all this still they carry on. Because right now you see the whole way on what they do. This 2022 they don't pull out. They will table in the Parliament. So the action now, Parliament they do so now. But maybe they put out to ACC going to what you call it. But then they provide the leadership at the highest level. So but don't let go to the democracy. We just the humbly appeal to the President, the Parliament. They get a session done. Let them get the other side of the story. Because really they get the opportunity. At the time we establish the hiring committee, where they don't go, then the whole world public will say that this XYZ. But they're not go.
But
instead of them send people there for represent them.
Oh, but the people who they talk about this morning, I see at some point they've been come out to the public through a press release where they name them, where they use as lettered, they state everything will be happen, and then believe saying that the right thing them be do because then are credible farm them and self then joint organization them way they do with chartered accountants them and auditor them we very credible. They still stand say that the right thing they do. No, even Tamba Momoh, he go ahead and say he don't even resign from audit salon.
Yeah, of course, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so if you don't resign from audit salon, it means if Parliament audit, exactly.
So like go to the letter now what? The letter come out before the whether not suspended. Now this still what they talk about.
Is it resign even before the suspension?
No, I'm not talking about Momoh now. I talk about Lara. This issue where the letter now what? Where there are like so many issues in there. But the letter also come out with this important come out with number of issues where I think say it would be really nice for if they be take that opportunity for let them go, let the whole public, the whole know, get the mic and talk. That because they don't, I see the letter they make, but the letter not address some of those allegations.
And the Lara way they refer to now, in believe say in order do anything you get for those professional misconduct, to behave professionally, and he ready for defend in because they don't work for a very long time.
Well, I defend this report because it not be no instant be the way they report because as we speak, not just speculation. You know, they ever know what an issue do. Not get a clear state. You know, they ever know what in do as an individual. But now when the report don't come out so now, there are like number of issues them. The thing that we do as a professional. And misconduct. So you need for come encounter the public. And two again, I say if you get the whole opportunity for come be part of that AI session, they talk to the public on that thing that day. Now the allegation come. Now just be saying professional misconduct. Professional misconduct on what? It not be no. It will be just a speculation. But now the speaker don't speak to a number of issues. If you say you really need for come back to the public and say XYZ, this is what they say against me, this is not correct, or this is not correct, or why they say this against me. So I think say that's more very important. So we'll talk.
All right, Robert. Continuing for the program. Now, we listen to it two viewers that don't say they can't take few of una text messages them where una don't send this morning. They will come back to two studio guests them, Dr. Victor Moinina, a lecturer and also a social analyst, and Robert Cabo, the chairman for the National Consortium on Accountability, a civil society organization where they work around issues that we get for those accountability. We don't look at the tribunal report, waiting the findings and say, and waiting at some of the recommendations. The findings and say they cannot say Lara Taylor-Pearce and the Deputy Tamba Momoh behave professionally, and also then be the leak classified document them to the public and some other one them. If you get the report, you will see within the findings say and the recommendation that the Parliament do the right thing for remove them, and also ACC for investigate them for misuse of office. All of this they among the plenty recommendation them where the reports talk about. Una have done the part of the program this morning. morning, and I don't send we on our views and opinion them on the topic. We just they take few because of time, then we'll go come back to studio guest them. I start from Facebook, Mabel, and the first one I go take it come out from Roland Beresford Ignatius George Stone. It is say, I believe that even the office of the president should be audited as it is taxpayers' money it receives. In fact, if the president wants to be seen as transparent, what better way this could have been done by setting the ball rolling so that every MDAs will get the message. However, refusing to be audited will be putting a negative light on transparency.
All right, so look at more messages that I read from the YouTube channel. The very first message we are going to look at, they come out from Peter Dauda. It says, even if she is allowed to stay, her position as Auditor General is untenable under the BO administration.
For the Mustafa Toure, they say the gentleman keeps referring to the report. Does he expect anything different? The president selected these people to investigate his office, so they will have to please him.
More messages. Alhaji Sheka content at the YouTube channel. They say our constitution needs a lot of review because it gives more power to the president than the majority he is leading. Institutions like this has to be independent.
All right, Ronald Beresford Ignatius George Stone again, they say that's what your program should be about, going out and find out how prices have reduced or increased. This way you can help the government in keeping them informed of realities on the ground. In fact, it should be done on a daily basis because the prices go up every day. All right, Roland, we assure you say this na series we don't start or will continue for go na various markets them, especially on the local things there within the plants na salon, and bring updates to the public on how the prices then they go up.
All right, Bob Bankson at the YouTube channel say, Robert, please can you tell us if it's possible for a president to travel abroad without his office making his necessary hotel accommodation first before his departure?
Jim Kelly Jal on Facebook, they say taking this issue to Parliament will be a test of time for Honorable Tawa as PAC chairman. We're patiently waiting for the outcome.
Peter Dauda say an independent Auditor General's office will never be more important than the presidency.
Boise Bantkidin at Facebook, they say this Robert fellow is a politician. He should stop all hiding under the civil society. Instead of promoting accountability, he's helping fight against accountability. Very sad.
All right, we look at more messages. This one where they come out from Peter Dauda again. It says Lara is paying the price for her gross insubordination towards the president.
All right, more messages. We don't come at the program this morning. Victor Kalon on Facebook, they say the tribunal was set up. The tribunal setup was constitutional in section 137, subsection 5BA. A tribunal appointed shall inquire into the matter and report on the fact. Now that the facts are out, let Parliament advise. All right, well, from the messages then I will just take the last one and we will come to studio guest them for respond. Usman Kouma, they say the cost of transportation and exchange rate is the cause of increasing in our local foodstuff. Well, from the messages then will come back in our studio quickly and get to studio guest them for respond or continue for look at the issues them what they discussed this morning. We get for do it. The tribunal report where the government will make public now, we make could they discuss on this morning, because as of the time when they hand over to His Excellency the President, with the media and civil society they not be get access to them. But after a lot of call and pressure, government last week been publish and everybody see waiting the inside there now. And now that we discussed this morning, we'll get two people with we Robert Cabo, when the chairman for the National Consortium on Accountability, and Dr. Victor Moenina, a lecturer and a social analyst. Dr. Moenina, when they come back to you, looking at the area of accountability. Now, one of the things then this during 2018, now the New Direction Manifesto, the president emphasized on that, say when sure say they be very accountable. They take up office, we see outside them begin for audit in office and that of in welfare office. And the first audit report we all know what's in commodity. This one again talk about double dipping and 4G na the presidency office, all of a sudden the Auditor General then suspend them. You think say na the Auditor General do things them where the president not be happy with by bringing out issues them where they happen na in office like that, they will be raised eyebrow?
You don't answer the question partially. The issues that we talk about forgery, you know, sarcastically I will tell somebody yesterday, I say Salona country we see office of the president already daily forge. So if Yana forgery don't start, society will stop. But in other countries these are very serious issues because it should say we day on attack. If things like that they happen, then I don't know who I expect for something different. But for the purpose of this discussion here, so I just want for the public know say this na one of the situations that we will need for really stand up tall and see something very different we will come up with.
How that go happen? Through the civil society, the media?
Well, for now, all to left to Parliament, because now Parliament get this decision. The civil society don't do the media don't do the engagements like this. This is what you guys are doing, which is a very good job, by the way. But then we just appeal to the because right now we get the decision the well of Parliament. Let's see how best this could be a week for shape. Because if we get this right, then there are lots of things that we will get right in the country. Audits are something we not ever take for granted. I could remember, like, I don't know if you know about the story. There's a story right now with the Goan Way and several Nigerian institution. That is another big issue where a lot of things they don't promote, a lot of things.
This is to say they don't open investigation.
Well, yeah, that is just one. But then what happens because like students and they really complain about that, especially for the institution where they lecture. You know, say I come campus is very small. You know, before I can all the students. Just undergraduate alone, there are over 16,800 students all over the country. How can we accommodate all of them? We will never get that empty. So this is just one of those things where if we forget them right now, then we can send a very good message that no, all over the country or all over the world, transparency and accountability is very, very right. And something we will need.
Doc, if the magic happen, I don't want to say if by mistake Parliament agree for reinstate them, but if that magic they happen, like how one text one of the viewers and send message say if you go the safe back now and not enable, yeah, you think say go able get free hands for work again even if they still go back?
Well, I know I'm preempting action, but knowing somebody like that, I don't think see it will really want for continue for. But Ingo just want for this fact is stated that what I did was right, and at this point in time, I think I will let formally. I know answer that article, but I believe see because I don't look at the person in question. I don't observe some of the things that this is somebody we don't stand up a lot of times against intimidation. But then tell and say no, what you do so wrong. He will tell you say no, I had to follow precedent, that I had to follow the word the instruction by the word. That this and this are for doing and that are for doing. So I don't know, but I don't feel say I feel so waiting in the face for it. I've already gained credibility back. That what I did was justified.
And then they say that the press release way last post say Ingo.
So basically, I don't think it's about how getting the job again. It's not about that. It's just about moving forward. After it's not passed, waiting will come next for me. If it was even me that kind of thing like this everything because an institution we don't cry me down, we don't talk say I'm not going for the job where we don't bring out issues that I mean I don't feel I'm going for it. But I'm looking at life generally. Therefore move on and see how things are going.
All right, Robert?
Okay, thank you very much. Of course, the conversation, a very frank conversation this morning. They look forward to us. The waiting Parliament they will do, and the Parliament also get the opportunity to give one. But yes, if you don't need to get the whole opportunity for like come out to the public and talk because on the issues that we don't make, you know, make sure instead of the Senate representative and the legal representative. But we they continue like I said, we will push on accountability so that the process will be very transparent. The Parliament will get a frank conversation based on the allegation, based on this. So, but the public, the journalists will go there, people in the public will there and see, say, don't get in this very discussion with it. So everything back on the parliamentary and them, let also do the flow. So that let office of the day, advantage and ceasefire, and things like that. So let them back get the opportunity as well.
But you say all the views say deserve a second chance?
Of course, it deserves a second chance. Now, everybody in life, we are not perfect. We are all bound to make mistakes. One way or another, we do God bad, but always they ask God for forgiveness. You can go down, go down, only down and go on the big papa, there, don't do bad, forgive it. So I think say life everybody gets second chance. So there's human. So exactly.
All right, many thanks, Robert K. Kagbo, Chairman, National Consortium on Accountability, and also many thanks to you, Dr. Victor Moinina, when a lecturer and a social analyst who are joined with this morning. We can look at the findings and recommendation them we come out from the tribunal where government's been set up this main term for investigate Lara Taylor-Pearce, when are the Auditor General will be under suspension and in Deputy Tamba Momoh. Everybody they look forward now to waiting Parliament go get for say. Maybe, just maybe, after Parliament and decision, we'll carry back and analyze waiting at the outcome of Parliament as they don't start now the process for remove Lara Taylor-Pearce as Auditor General. Many thanks, gentlemen, who joined me this morning. All right, now the end the program, the breakfast show for today on edition. Plenty thank you to una all we watch the program this morning and also add una voice then to the program. We apologize if we're not able to read your message this morning due to time, but continue for send you message. Now any of we programs that they bring cantona will continue for add una voice them as now that we believe in a Liberty Online Television inclusivity, bring everybody in voice on board so that the relevant authority them go here waiting at the perception on people them on different things them. Well, Princess Pierce now produced the program. Emmanuel Malik Campbell and Mohamed Kamara they make on our watch we live this morning through the technical support we then get the production team. Mina Khadija Bangura they wish you all a productive week ahead.
Alright, continue to tell more people about Liberty Online Television. Until we meet again, Mabel Kabade say goodbye.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone.